On the 28th of June in Canada. The sun is going down, and I got a new AquaScape light. It's just a small one for the Guppy Pond. Comes on automatically at night. You can see how cute this little pond is. And there appears to be lots of sleepy little guppies. They seem to have slowed down a bit. Maybe it's because it's nighttime. In the daytime they're quite active and they come running for food. And oh yes, this is my Annabelle Hydrangea, and it's just starting to bloom. This will be the white phlox that'll smell heavenly. And behind, oh, this isn't supposed to be here. Out you come. That's one of those plants from over there. The Rebecca blooms yellow, but you have to keep the perennials grouped. See, here's another one. It's not supposed to be there. So out it comes. Right? Because this white phlox will be beautiful. It'll smell beautiful. But I don't want the Rebecca growing in it. The Rebecca can be a weed and I have to hack it back. If I didn't pull the Rebecca out, it would be all over this little bed too. But if you trim off the seed heads, then they won't spread so much. Oh, look at how cute that is. It's my new lily blooming. And like I said, you have to be aggressive with the Rebecca. Here's some weeds here. You have to just get in there. And I seem to do this all the time here. These guys are not supposed to be there. If you didn't plant it, pull it out. Look at how cute that looks. I need a light for the stream. Well, I can't have everything. To try to save money. Look at how cute that is. Bigger isn't always better. I mean, I like my backyard big koi ponds, but lately I'm just fascinated. Hang on, gotta throw my pile of weeds over there. I can't help it, I always have to pull weeds. If I see them, I pull them. It's a constant job because I don't use chemicals. There's no chemicals on the grass. I'm going to have to, there's some of that vine spreading in the grass there. So I'll have to take it out because you can't have other plants growing where they're not supposed to grow. The trick with perennials is to keeping them all grouped together. So all those seed heads I have to cut off. I'm going to get right on it. That rose will bloom pink, and yeah, I've got lots more things that are going to bloom. But I love my lilies. And then this bed will bloom. There'll be all kinds of lilies here that are coming. And this clematis I planted 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't think it was going to grow. I thought it was dead, but every year it seems to get a tiny bit bigger. It's not an aggressive grower, but we'll see. Apparently sometimes they take time the clematises. I know the first year I planted it, it looked like it was dead. There's the wind coming. Look at that big tree behind that, my neighbor's house there. It's just a huge tree, that one. Has huge leaves. Then of course there's my old house. Got eaten by the vine. But the vine keeps it cool. Can't worry about everything. Can only control what I can control. And I took all the grass out and I made a flower bed there. I planted this grass here last year because in the fall I'm going to have my scarecrow there. I have a big scarecrow and I want him popping out of the grass. And then that there is the yucca, and it's going to bloom, and there'll be lilies here blooming. And I've got beautiful little red lilies here, and there'll be orange lilies here. And then of course I'm going to chop that off right away tonight. It's driving me. I have to get the old blooms off. But this lily here, this one here, that'll be an upside down lily. It's oriental. These will be orientals. They'll hang upside down, right? And of course that's the daylily, not to be mistaken for the actual real lily. These will be much more beautiful and fragrant. But the daylilies are nice too. Like that's a real lily, right? They have whole garden clubs dedicated just to lilies. The actual real lily, not the cheap knockoff daylily. But this is a nice look too. You get a nice round ball of flowers. Some of these daylilies smell nice as well. So, and then the pathway, I did it myself. Of course, I do everything myself. And all these new bricks I did myself about 4 or 5 years ago, because it was really crooked. But I still got to get the weeds and level it again. But I love the cobblestone. My mom loves it too. She says it reminds her of the farm. And so I look at my yard is my canvas, right? And I'm like a artist. And then you can like find, this is an old pot here. And it looks good, you know? And that rock has some old ancient lichen. And it's beautiful. It was a big rock. It was heavy. And this rock has a story to tell. It's got holes. Like, I find all these rocks on the prairie, or I find them in the middle of nowhere. Like that bench. That stone for that bench, I have the other side to it that goes underneath it because it was split in two. And I made this side into a bench. And the other side is here somewhere. I laid it down, I believe. I have it here somewhere. I can't remember where. Like, there's another stone right there. That stone here, that one, used to be that's a petrified wood. That one there. Like, the stones have a story to tell. Oh, what happened here? The hose must have done that. Oh yeah, that little purple flower here, that's a wild geranium. So, yeah, everything's looking good. Yeah, I just love the front yard. I don't care that it's old. I did it all myself. Bigger isn't always better. When you get older, you can have a small pond. This one was easy to make. There's not a lot of digging. And I haven't had any trouble. I put a little bit more of the liquid pond heat just to keep now the string algae down. And it gives it a golden color. And so does the light. But it's still beautiful. And I love the little spitter. Yeah. I have to get my chair out and sit here. And that's just a beautiful night in Canada.